How's it going, guys? I have been asked by my buddy Hayden to make 2 additional jaw jackers. He doesn't have any, and we're going out perch fishing tomorrow. We got a group of us. It's going to be 4 guys. So right now, this video is going to be making those 2 additional jaw jackers. Let's go. So we went down to the local hardware store and we got everything we need. 1 foot of 1-inch PVC, whatever size works for your rods. That's what you'll use. Some outdoor urethane, and that's just to protect the boards. Some of the keychain rings that I need. Got 2 of those, and then I got some eye hooks. I think I had some here, but just to be safe, I went ahead and got some. So you got those right there, and then I got the 2 boards that I'm going to use right here. So let's get to cutting. All right, I pre-measured these boards to 20 1/4 inches. I got the marks on there. Put this on 0. Beautiful. All right, so I got my PVC now. I got a little marker on there. It's 1 foot, so we're gonna cut it into 2 6-inch sections. All right, 2 6-inch sections. Now, we need a 45-degree cut on either side of these so that it can actually stay on the board. Unlock this, and we're gonna change it to 45 degrees. Right there. This end was chipped, so we're gonna take that end and make it smooth. Just the very end, you don't wanna go up any higher. 6 inches is gonna be all we need. You don't need more or less of the pipe, you just need to make sure that you cut it right on the end. Don't go up any fire. This is what I mean. Little waste. A little bit of waste, not much. All right, guys, you missed that part because my phone actually ran out of storage and I didn't get to record it, but I pre-drilled 2 holes and put the eye hooks in at the end of the board about that far from the edge. You can see about a 1/4 inch right from the edge where you put that. So now that we got that in the boards, we need to put the PVC pieces on the back just like this. And we're gonna put them about this far from the end, just like that. Just, you know, try to center it, eyeball it, measure it if you'd like. But put it in the center of the board and put it about another 1/4 inch from the edge. And then you're gonna wanna pre-drill a hole through the end of the PVC like I got right here. And all I did was hold it where I need to hold it and use my drill, and I pre-drilled it out. So after we got that, time to put a screw in there. And now we got the screw in there holding the PVC in place. Alrighty, so now the only thing left to do for this one is to put this ring on here, and then we need to find a piece of wire and make the trigger. But you take the old ring here, and we'll just put it on the old eye hook. There we go. So we are almost done with this jaw jacker. Now we need to make a wire trigger. So here I got a chunk of wire, you know, I don't know, about that big. And actually, just for your guys' sake, we're gonna measure it and see how much I actually use. It is a little bent, so it's gonna be a rough measurement. But we'll just take a tape measure and measure it. I got about 16 1/2 inches. You guys can see that. About 16 1/2 inches of wire there. So I'm just gonna clip a bit in half, eyeball it about right there, and we're gonna be able to make 2. So the first step is take your chunk of wire, and we're going to have a shorter tail end and a longer end, and we're just gonna bend it in half. Bend it around so you have a loop to put on the ring. And you can do that with your hands if you have the right wire. I'm not really sure what wire this is, so it needs to be pretty stiff, but you're gonna have something that looks like that. start off with, all right? And then we got to take our pliers and actually work it a little bit better over here to get the trigger right. So what I mean by that is you want a piece that comes straight up and then over. And you might even have to trim a bit off of the trigger. So that's gonna look about right, but we're gonna cut this tail off. Something like that. And now the next step is we're actually gonna put a rod in one of these jaw jackers, and we're going to just play around with it and see if we can get it to go. I did just forget, we gotta bend the end of this into a hook that can hold the line when you put the line in it. So let's do that right now too. Something like that. But then we're going to take the entire face of it and bend it down so that it can actually hold the line the way it's supposed to, all right? It's all hinging off of this point here. When the line gets pulled, this goes down and this will set off the rod. I think I got this trigger figured out. It's more of a 90 degrees up there. I had to take it off and bend it again, but I got my rod out here. And luckily for me, my buddy that I'm making these for has the same rod, so it makes making this a lot easier, because otherwise I would almost ask for his rod so that I can figure it out. But I might have to do some more adjusting here. It still looks like it's, oh, it might hold. Okay, let's test it out. Yeah, that's not gonna work yet, so we need to keep bending that wire. Keep bending that wire. I think before I kind of did something like this. Kind of did something like that. So let's see what that looks like now. That looks a little bit better. Let's see if the fish pulls it. We can make it better though. We can make it better. This is how you want it to look. You can see how it's on that ring there, and you want that loop like that to be able to hold your line. And then when a little fishy comes in here, let me grab the line first. Let it focus on there. Look at that, just a little bit, and that's all you need. But this is the part that everyone needs to know how to make. And if I can, I probably will straighten the wire out so that it's more in line with itself. See, I can bring this trigger part here where my middle finger is closer into the actual thing so it sits straighter. But that's how you do it. This is what it's supposed to look like. That's how I make mine anyways. So that one might be the sweet spot right there. Fish comes and bites. Lovely. That is one, and we are done. Now, I'm gonna do the second one off camera, but I just showed you guys a full run through on how I make these jaw jackers right here. I have my equipment set up for the second one. I am only gonna do one other thing, but I'm gonna do it off camera, is now that it's made, I'm gonna take my rod out of it and I'm going to spray it down with this to try and seal up the wood and hopefully make it last longer. You know, we're out on the ice and ice is frozen obviously, but once you put it back in the box, like the box I have here and all my equipment's in it, it melts and the water is going to get into this board and it's going to rot and it's not going to be good. It's not going to last very long. So I'm going to put some protectant on there and hopefully seal up the board and hopefully have it last for more than multiple seasons. So if you guys feel like making one, go ahead and make it. I really love these things. I have 4 of my own and making 2 here for my buddy. So hopefully he likes them. But good luck fishing out there, guys, and see you again next time.